Page 39, let's try that one. Jasmine is making a kite using a model made with a scale of 2 to 25, okay? So very important. We want to know our scale or scale factors, okay? So that's a scale right now, but we can turn that into a scale factor very easily. And there's a scale model of 20 centimeters squared, a kite, right? Calculate the amount of fabric needed to build the actual kite. I don't know about you, but what sort of terminology should I be using here? New original, or should I use diagram actual? I think I would say diagram actual would probably be better. So we know that this is 2 and this is 25. We're going to turn that into a scale factor. We don't need to do any conversions because it's already taken care of. Right? The conversion, like there are no units, so that's actually perfect. So this is just on the side, kind of what I was thinking. Calculate the amount of fabric you're covering something, so you're thinking area, surface area, okay? So we're going to say K squared is area of diagram over area of actual, okay? That's what I would use, an emphasis on K squared, because I'm dealing with area here. So this would be 2 over 25. You need to square that. Area of diagram would be 20 centimeters squared. And this is my unknown there. You square both of these numbers, so that's 4 over 625. And this is 20 over x. Okay, cross multiply and divide. So 20 times 625 over 4. Keep in mind, this could have been a decimal. It works the same way, right? You just square that decimal, put a 1 underneath if you must, but that's what you do there. So you get 3125 centimeters squared. But it's asking you to also state it in squared inches. So I'm just going to add an extra line. I know that 1 squared inch, it has, what is it, 6.4516 centimeters squared. Where did you get this from? I got it from this one right here. No, sorry, 1 inch. 1 inch has 2.54 centimeters. Okay, so if you square that, you should probably have this on your study sheet maybe, so that you can save yourselves a little bit of time. Okay, so that's where I use this. I use this to help me out here. You are going to probably use this kind of reasoning in other courses, so this is a good skill to have. So this would be 484.38 squared inches. So you either, this is one of the answers, and this is the other answer. So you've got it in both units, and this is how it went. We were given the scale factor, so then you have to square it in this case, and so forth. Jasmine made another kite using 500 centimeters squared of fabric. What scale factor would be required? It's asking for the scale factor to make the model, so that the model is still 20 centimeters squared. Okay, we're still dealing with areas. So in this case, you should set it up like this. K squared is area of diagram, area of actual. I don't know what K is in this particular scenario. I don't know what scale factor was used to create this bigger version, right? So we leave K like that, and in this case it would be 20 for the diagram, and 500 is for the actual here. Cancel out the units, perfect. And here I'm going to use a red pen. Oh, my bad. Thank you for letting me know. Got it? Sorry about that. But in this case, I didn't know what the scale factor is. Leave it. This is a common mistake I see students do. It's like, oh, it's squared. I'm just going to square everything. I'm going to square these here too. That's 400 and that's 25,000, right? Or something like that. It's like, no, no, no. Slow down there. This side, you're not squaring anything, right? It's just saying if you know what k is, then you would have to square it. That's what this is saying. So in this case, you actually need to square root both sides, okay? That cancels out the exponent here with the root, and then you go 20 over 500, essentially. I'm showing you how to type it in properly, right? Then you take the square root of that, or use brackets, it's up to you, but it's 0.2. It doesn't say to state it in a certain format, so I'll just leave it like that, okay? 0.2 is your answer. Do you remember the trick to turn it into a fraction? 1 over 5. 20%. That's right. So you go math, fraction, you turn it into 1 over 5. So yes, that's okay as well to state it in those. How much has it been reduced by? How much has the actual been reduced by? 80%. The actual kite has been by, in this case, 80%. Okay, so don't forget that. 100 is your original, and then you go from there. Next, we have a sphere. I posted the answer key to this, I hope. If I don't post it, you let me know, okay? I'm really bad at checking my phone, but at some point I'll probably answer back. A sphere has a volume of this, a new replica, right? So there's the key. I'm going to use new original in this case. Has been made with this volume. Determine the scale factor used. Couple things. Always go back to this format. I'm using volume, so I'm going to go volume of the new one, volume of original. I'm going to use this setup to help me out. This is like the magic formula to solve pretty much everything that we do in this part of the unit. I don't know what that is, so I'm just going to keep it k cubed. Volume of the new is 988,134.77. And we are meters cubed. And the original is 1475. So you cancel that out. Please don't cube anything here. We're not cubing. We would only cube if we were given the scale factor, then you'd have to take it to the power of 3. Okay? So in this case, it calls for cube root because we want to isolate k there. I'm going to do it on the side here. So we end up with k, and then all of this. Let's see if we can show one extra step here. I'm going to show that step here. Cube root of 66992 something. Do you know how to cube root? That's important. It's very annoying. Math, and then the fourth option, and then you copy paste your quotient in there. So that's 8.75 rounded to 2 decimals. What would this be as a percentage? You'd multiply that by 100. It's 875%. Okay. Can I do a fraction? Probably not, because it's a whole number. It'd be a mixed fraction. Those ones we don't really like too much. So there we go. Enlarged by what percentage? Can we do mental math? 775%, right? Because we always take away 100 in this case to get the 775. All right. I will pause here unless you have another question for me. Any more questions? Okay. That's fine. You don't have to have questions, but please ask. And if you're too shy to ask in a group, ask me later, okay? I'm going to pause here for a bit. And I want to see how much you actually know. So we're going to do